Mary and Charlie, how are you? Glad you could come. So this is Peter Hans Road here, and this is my mailbox. It's a little on the large side, but there's a deep cycle lead acid battery up there in that little house, and there's a solar panel on the other side of that roof, which you'll see probably in a moment. And this is our mailbox. And I just came down to get the newspaper, which is fortuitous considering you just happen to be walking by. And here we have a photo cell that controls the lamp over here. This is set up in such a way so that cars, when they come down the street, the headlights will hit it and it'll turn on the light at any hour of the night. And of course, if there's enough charge on the battery, the lamp will come on for 4 hours at dusk and then turn itself off automatically also. So this is newspaper and mail. And if we walk around here a little bit, you can probably want to head up the driveway there a little bit so you can see the solar panel. That's a 3 square foot solar panel. It's it's polycrystalline or amorphous, I believe. It's not very efficient, but it'll I think it's a 12 watt solar panel when the sun's shining on it. Like right now it's probably outputting a full 12 watts. That's a 6 watt fluorescent light bulb, so it'll stay on for 4 hours a night when you have this kind of sunshine. Anyway, why don't we head up the steep driveway. Luckily there's no ice on the steep part today because it's gotten to be pretty sunny here, although this is the north, as you can tell, this is the north facing thing. Probably the sun is in your eyes now at this point. And but I guess there's been enough sun here to clean up this driveway. So yeah, now at the top where we have the trees right next to the driveway, it's still icy. Now this is where our property line goes through. Our property line goes approximately right through this little birch tree, and I'm standing over here on our easement. This is the land owned by the neighbor, and the property line comes diagonally across here until it hits that little tree line there, and then it goes straight up the hill. That's where our property line. But we own a triangle down there at the bottom of the driveway. We own that part. So now watch out for that piece of ice there right underneath your feet. Yeah, okay. So let's see. And so this is all owned by the neighbor over here. That's where we go sledding. Right over there, we start from up on top, and we have a nice run down this hill. It's very fast. A lot of fun. A lot of the kids come around from all over the neighborhood and sled down it. So let's see. And then this is the first view of the house. You get, I guess. Oh, I want to point out, this is where our well is. Right here, there's this little ring of rocks, and there's a big concrete chamber with a cap on it, and that's where our well is located with respect to the house. Yeah, it is a little slippery there on the snow, and you can see here the little hook that you can use to lift up the little cover for it. Luckily, we haven't had to do anything about that because it's all been working fine, and I hope it continues to do so. Okay, so this is the house. You've probably seen this view in some pictures, and it's about, I don't know, 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's coming in from the south, and you can see the garden benches that I made, and well, yeah, I have to show you the electric car, of course. It's sitting here right in front of the station wagon. And I still use it in the winter time. Now back here we have the charging situation. You may want to come up a little bit and see. We've got 2 variacs. This one here controls the charging for the main traction battery. And this variac here charges the 12-volt auxiliary battery that runs the headlights and windshield wipers and all the normal 12-volt things you find in a car. And this is the 12-volt power supply for the 12-volt aux battery, and I'm feeding it off of this to sort of give me some regulation. And this goes right to a full-wave bridge. It's under the hood. So that's sort of the trunk compartment part of the electric car. And then here we have the interior of the electric car, and you have these are the gas meters. This is how much you've used. This is how much you've put in. This is DC volts. Here's your amp meter that shows you both charging and discharging amperes. And that's about the only difference between a real electric car. There is a little thermostatic dial here for the electric heat. I have a 1,000-watt space heater buried in there that you can control with this. It comes on automatically when you turn the fan on. And that's pretty much it for in the passenger compartment. And let's see. Oh, I have to open the hood here to show you the. Okay, this is. I have these. Oops, let me free this up. Oh, it froze a little bit. It's got a little bit wet. And here are the batteries. I have a box of instrumentation here. This is where I have the circuitry that measures amps as well as integrates amps to do amp hours. And here's my special instrumentation cable. I measure the voltage across these 2 points. That's a 1/10 of a milliohm from there to there. And I have thermistors in here which do some temperature compensation because copper changes resistance at 0.4% per degree centigrade. And I'm using welding cable, pretty heavy gauge welding cable. I have 8 traction batteries and 1 auxiliary battery over there. And that's about it for the electric car. Oh, yeah, you can see the full wave bridge right here that charges the whole electric car and has done so for 10,000 miles. Right there, a little Motorola full wave bridge. There's not much to it. But it's amazing that that provides the interface between all the AC and converts it to DC. So we'll go inside the house. This is where I plug the electric car in, and this is where the service comes in now. It used to come in overhead, but it comes up through here. I just punch in my secret code, and the garage door opens. So let's see. This is my workshop, really. I don't use it for the car. I think I brought the car in here once or twice to work on it, just the electric car. But this is my wood shop, and I've been working on some doors and things. So that you see these scraps. This is my long extension table for my table saw, so I can saw big pieces of wood without having them fall off the edge. And then I also have my little extension table here. My chop saw. This is my Makita slided compound miter, and that's conveniently located so that I can chop pieces of wood like this and use the table as a support. And I also have this fence here so that I can use it as a cutoff stop so that I can cut identical pieces of wood. And then I have my my bandsaw here from Sears, which has a tilt feature here that allows me, have to loosen it up here somehow. And it's interesting because it tilts the saw, not the table, which is nice because you don't want to have a piece of wood sliding around. It's a nice feature. And although I can't say I've used the angle feature much, but I do use the saw a lot because I'm always cutting out little things. And then I have all these scraps of wood. I also have the oak from your forest down here waiting for a future project for planing. And let's see, oh, and then I have central vac coming in right here. I have an outlet here so I could vacuum out the cars or the garage or whatever. And that's pretty convenient. So this is going to soon be replaced with a metal Stanley insulated door with glass. you know, big panel glass, just like at Diana Feza's house. And I'm going to, so now let's go inside the wood shop where it's warm. Come on in. So this is, let me turn on some light here so that maybe you can see a little better. We have a nice video light there. And so close the door not to let the heat out. So this is the wood shop. And this is the wood here for the bed. I'm making a new bed. This will be a king-size bed. It's a bunch of maple and a little bit of pine. Well, actually quite a bit of pine as the platform. This is my air-to-air heat exchanger. And as you can see, it has 2 fans. It's got a little muffin fan right in there. And yeah, you may have to take out your reading glasses there to see. Okay, yeah, you see? Okay, good. And there's another muffin fan over on this side. And then you have a bunch of pieces of aluminum with weather stripping there. That shows you sort of how it's made as a sandwich of things. And it seems to work pretty well. But I haven't really used it full time yet. I just used it once or twice. And let's see. What else? Oh, here are some of my jigs for various things. This fits on my hydraulic jack. And this is all you need to take the electric motor out of the electric car. The electric motor just sits on this and you can lower it out. This little bolt holds it down to the hydraulic jack. And then I have, this is my jig for routing hinges on the doors. I've installed a few doors that you may see soon. But my router goes around like this and it cuts a square thing. The door actually sits right here. You clamp this on the edge of the door. And let's see, oh, and then here are all my templates for the garden bench. So I can go into production. See, you may recognize that shape as the leg. And then here's the arm. And then, oops. And then there's the seat brace. There's the other leg. Goes like that. And then some other templates for like the seats and stuff. So I save these things because they save a lot of work. And then, so let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, and here's my dust helmet. I can take off my hat because it's not cold anymore. Matter of fact, I can hang up my coat. You can also put your coat over back there, if you'd like. We'll hang this there. Let's see, so here is the dust helmet. And this saves my lungs. Well, I was just charging it up, actually. I can unplug it now from the charger. And we put it on like this. And then I can look like a spaceman. Wait, oops. I would have loved this when I was a kid, I'm sure. And then, like that. And then I can turn on the fan. And so you see, I have this pipe that comes up the back. It goes over the top of my head. And then it goes down to my thing. And I have these things here, which fold out like that. So I could very quickly do normal things and then get ear protection or face and lung protection. So it's very convenient. And as you can see, this is where the air comes in, and there's a tube, a flat tube that kind of goes over the top of your head. And then here there's a little outlet. And you could buy new bibs like this when these get dirty or worn out. And there's the exit holes there. That's where the air comes out after it flows over your face. So let's see. Let me put this over here on top of the air-to-air heat exchanger. And what else? Well, we've got, you know, a jigsaw here, and we've got a little belt sander to do little things with. Drill press, very handy for, use this a lot. This bandsaw here, I used to use this more when I didn't have the other one. Now it's good for little things. Angela uses it for like puzzles and cutting little pieces of wood. So, and then I also here have here I have resistors all the way from less than 10 ohms up to more than 1 mega ohm. You know, all these little compartments, find that very handy. And I have my little Heathkit power supply, 5 plus and minus 15 volts. And then I have, you know, all this miscellaneous storage. And I've really fallen in love with these little bins here. They're great because you can kind of really see everything, you know, very quickly, and then you can just like pop it out and take it with you if you need to go and do something. And they come in all sizes. That's one size. I got a slightly bigger size here, more of the little ones, and then of course I have this whole wall here full of this stuff, and I have all the little guys up the top, and so I have my own little hardware store here, and I can, you know, if I need nails or, you know, little knobs for handles or something, or, you know, whatever I need. I have all my screws here, drywall from 1 5/8 all the way up to 3-inch. Got nails, galvanized, ungalvanized, you know, little tie wraps, and everything. And then, let's see, what else do I have? Well, I have all kinds of little things here. This is a special jig for cutting angled things on the table saw. I use this to make the dining room table. You can adjust the size of the angle by just sliding this back and forth. And oh yeah, and down over here, I just noticed that, let's see, I'm gonna put this thing back. I just noticed the pieces for that I cut out of Diane and Feza's couch. I had to make it this much shorter so it would fit on the porch, as you can see. And just chopped it right out of the middle, and then used the biscuit joiner to put it back together again. It seems to work and hold together. It doesn't seem to fall apart. So that was nice. And then, let's see. So here's my winch. It's come in handy to tow my car out of the snow a couple of times. And this is the jigsaw that Shally gave me for my birthday. I still use it to do those things where, you know, I have a big piece of plywood or something like that, and I think Diane and Feza have borrowed it too. Still very useful, and it's going strong. And I have some electronic stuff here. This is my old Panasonic telephone, and I've stolen actually a switch off of here that I used on the solar lamppost, so it's come in handy. And you know, that's some of that stuff. And then I have a whole tub here full of central vacuuming parts from all my old jobs, things like that. This is full of bird seed, and here's some oak also from the forest, seasoning well here, waiting for a project. And let's see if I covered everything here. Oh yeah, I have some nice meters here. I have a capacitance meter, which I find useful because I was always so frustrated reading the labels on capacitors, trying to figure out what their capacitance was. Well, with this, I could just measure it, and I don't have to know how to read the label. And then I have my nice 4.5-digit voltmeter, very handy for those low voltage applications like measuring the impedance of, or measuring the voltages out of my amp hour circuit and stuff like that. And you know, there's bicycle tools, bicycle parts, and things like that. And Mariette might be interested in this. This is a little timer to do watering. It will automatically water things once or twice or 3 or 4 times a day, or every day, or once a week, or whatever it is you want to do. And it's battery operated. It's like $30, two AA batteries, and it just, you know, opens up a valve or closes it, so it's really nice. I used it all last summer and it worked great, so you don't ever have to worry about forgetting to water your plants. And I have actually 2 of them for 2 different things, but it's very useful. Highly recommend it. Oh, and here are the gloves that I just used these yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was carrying some doors and lumber around, and it really helped me keep from hurting my hands because a lot of sharp hinges and stuff on there. So these definitely come in handy. And I think this is an older set. These are used for doing outdoor kinds of work. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, and then we have here the pump room, where the whole house, this is what makes the whole house run. Now, it's a little dark in here, but I think we might see something. This is the expansion tank. I have our own little fuse panel here. We've got water softener. I've got a hot water heater, electric. And then otherwise it's used for a lot of storage. You know, it's just a lot of shelves of all kinds of stuff that we don't use that often. But over here in this corner, is a central vacuuming system, identical to the one pretty much at Diane and Feza's. This is coming down from the house. There's an outlet here in the basement, and there's 2 outlets upstairs, as well as one coming in from the garage, which you saw earlier. And this is the exhaust that goes out underneath the porch. So that's the central vacuuming system. And let's see, that's the pump room, or as I call it, pump room. There's no pump in there because it's out in the well, but I call it pump room anyway, just because it sounds good, I guess. Okay, I'm going to turn off the light in there, and we'll close the door. Oh, and this is the toboggan. This was great. We used this a couple of times this winter, and it's really fun. It goes really fast, even if the snow is soft and deep. I showed you the hill on the way up the driveway, and this thing is great for going down that hill. Like, we were the first ones to go. It was snowing still. And this thing plows, you know, a nice, it doesn't get stuck even in deep snow, and it'll sort of smooth it out. You definitely go slower. But in the second run, going down over the same track, you go faster and faster and faster. You get further and further down the hill each time. Well, you get to the bottom, no matter what, but on the flat, you go further and further each time until you've made a nice, smooth sledding surface, and then, you know, all kinds of other sleds can have fun too. So this has been really good this winter, I should say. And so, yeah, this is the old mailbox that we used to have. We have a new mailbox now. Oh, I've been working on doors. I've been talking with you, or with Shally anyway, I've been talking about doors. And this is the little jig I made to put lock sets in doors. You drill a pilot hole through here, as well as one through there. And then, and this is designed for 1 3/8 inch doors. You just clamp this to the door, and then you just drill your holes, you pull it off, and then you take your regular hole saw with spade bit and drill the big holes. And it works really well. It makes it faster and surer. I never have to worry that I'm making a mistake. So another little jig. So let's see, and then these are the stairs that go up from the basement to, they're carpeted, which is nice because they act as a giant doormat, sort of. The sawdust sort of, you see a lot of it down at the bottom, and then there's less and less and less as you make your way up. This is, yeah, that's a good shot of the basement from down there. I have a good view of it. And this is the central vacuuming hose holder. Just use a garden hose thing, very similar to the ones they sell for central vacuum. We have some of our cleaning supplies there, sort of tucked into the corner there. And this is one of the new doors I put in just this weekend. It used to be a solid hollow core door, so you didn't really see anything. You know, it's nice now because you have light as you're coming up through the basement. Okay, I'm going to turn off the basement light there, and we'll shut this door. And this is another door that I put in this weekend also. There's like plastic on here because they leave it there for finishing, and Angela said she's maybe finishing this, so I'm not going to take the plastic off until she does. So, yeah, and this is the porch. this is not heated, but actually with the sun coming in today, it's at room temperature, so it's really nice. It's all thermopane glass and everything. It's great in the summertime because you can open up those windows over there that you're looking at, they have screens on them, and then you can open up this set of windows, which are identical on this side, and you get a nice breeze through here, so it's nice and cool. And so this is a view sort of the yard. And oh, we should run out to the shed so you can see, because it's an important part of the household activity. Okay, watch your step there. So one step down, okay. Okay, we'll have to walk across the snow. Maybe a little bumpy. Or we can actually walk here. This is the bird feeder that Diane and Feza gave us. And you can see the birds have been eating, making a little bit of a mess, but it's good. It's great when you're hanging on this wire here, the squirrels never get to it because they can't go across that wire. Okay, so here is the shed. And this is where all our recycling is. We've got glass and plastic and stuff here, and these things. And this is recyclable bottles. This is Angela's hand lawnmower that she bought for, I don't know, at our yard sale for $40 or something. And we have these special, last winter we had a lot of snow, so I built a special snow shovel that's 2 blades wide. So when you don't have that much snow, this is great because you can get through it a lot faster than if you have to use one at a time. But if it gets deep, it's just overwhelming. And then I have, pull this down here, and you can see, this is my chainsaw, the Stihl chainsaw. You can probably tell by the orange color. It's the Farm Boss, the 029. It's a nice machine, and keep it out here in the shed. And then there's the garden tools and everything. So that's the story of the shed. And then of course all of the bicycles are there, including my mountain bike. Oh, which I'll pull out now because I'm going to go biking in a little while with Pete. And you can see the suspension and everything on my mountain bike. Angela has her mountain bike too. Let's see. Okay. See, I've had this for 15 years, I think. And as you can see, it's got a suspension here, which really helps a lot. It's only 1.85 inches of travel, but it works really well. It's air and oil together, air for the springiness and oil for the damping, of course. And this bike has seen a lot of miles, but it's still survived. And yeah, I like it a lot. Nope, I thought I might have lost something in there. But it's a great little machine. So I'll leave it out here up against the tree. And then we'll close up the shed for the moment. And let's see. So we can go back in the house. Now this is where the electric used to come in, right here. You can see kind of along the house there's kind of a dirty spot. And then this was where the old electric meter was, and the circuit breaker panel is right behind this in the garage. And this is where the garden is. Over here, you don't have to come out here, but this is the whole garden, and back there is the compost heap on the far side of the garden. And hopefully they'll come alive again when the weather gets a little warmer. Okay, come back in. Okay, watch your step there. Yep. Okay. So now we can go upstairs. Oh, we'll go see the rest of the house. We should probably start here with the laundry room. which is right here. This is both the laundry room and the bathroom. We've got washer and dryer here, and toilet. And here's the sink. Now the pipes that froze 2 winters ago, I think, a little over a year ago, were right behind this mirror, right around here. There were the pipes coming up through the wall for the sink that went up to the upstairs bathroom. So we had to cut a hole here in the wall, and there was a medicine cabinet here, which I just got rid of, and put up the piece of glass and patch the sheetrock. And I didn't do a very good job patching the sheetrock, so I covered it over with this mirror. And I think it overall looks better. So that's, and that toilet bowl actually cracked because the water in the toilet froze to the point where it cracked the toilet bowl. So that's the second new toilet that I've had there. They're $60 toilets, so it doesn't matter much. And here's the central vac outlet. You saw the central vac coming up from upstairs, and that goes along here. Now it doesn't go inside this wall, it actually is on the outside of that wall, and there's like a little chase here which I haven't made permanent yet that is going to cover that over. And that's right there. Now this is the picture, the familiar picture that that we just saw at Diane and Feza's house. And there it is, hanging on the wall. So let's see, well, we can go through the kitchen. This is our ugly green avocado stove. And, you know, it's, we used to have a hood here that Angela and I got rid of. Angela took it out, and then we put hooks here so we could hang the pots. It's a lot more functional and prettier looking. And then we have the Cuisinart, of course. And here's the Asco Asia dishwasher. Now, just to show you how quiet it is, we'll run it here. This is the, it makes quite a bit of noise. This is the most noise it makes when it fills up with water. We're just running a quick rinse here. And then once it fills up, it'll start making some noise. Okay, there, now it's doing two things. It's filling up and spritzing. So we'll have to wait until the other noise of the water coming in stops, and then you appreciate really how quiet it is. So, and then this is our sink. This is our reverse osmosis outlet right here. You get reverse osmosis water there by just pressing on that. Very low conductivity. Removes all those salt ions put in by the water softener. Now there, the water just stopped coming into the dishwasher. And that is the sound of the dishwasher all by itself. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. And it'll just go on for another maybe minute or so before it actually stops, before the rinse is finished. Now underneath here, we have the reverse osmosis system. It's from Sears, and it's pretty small, actually. They're just two charcoal filter bowls in there. There's the two white ones there. There's a pre-filter and a post-filter for charcoal. It's sediment and activated charcoal. And then connecting across the top, it's hidden by a piece of sheet metal, but that's where the reverse osmosis cartridge is. And you have all these plastic water lines that handle the excess tangential flow off of the reverse osmosis cartridge, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of a little bit of a mess, but it works, and you don't have to deal with it much. And this is the little wastebasket, not as sophisticated as Diane and Feza's, but it works. This is the old license plate bracket off of my station wagon. It's holding the thing on. And this is our recycle bin before we fill this up, and then we carry this out to the shed where you saw a little earlier. Oh, and here's a storage tank. I'm sorry to make you get up and down, but this is the storage tank, 2.5 gallons. It's a little mini pressure tank for the reverse osmosis system. And that's required because the output of the reverse osmosis system is drip by drip. So, you know, it's not something that you can draw directly from. You have to store it up. Okay, so this is the rest of the kitchen. We put in these track lights. Now the thing makes a lot of noise because it's This is actually the noisiest part where it ejects the water. I'm going to stop it so we don't have to listen to it. There we go. Okay. So this is the track lighting we just put up. We used to have these big fluorescent fixtures which look really ugly, and this gives us a nice warmer light and brighter light. And that was sort of fun to install. Fun experiment. And this is the refrigerator with a built-in ice maker. The ice maker gets water from the reverse osmosis system. So we have nice clean water for our ice cubes also. And let's see. And we also have here, we have the clock that we got for Christmas. Brand new clock, which sits here, and it's a nice, visible location. And here's our indoor-outdoor thermometer with min-max temperature scale reading. And there's a little Radio Shack thing, very nice. It's kind of nice to be able to tell how cold did it get last night. So that's kind of fun to use. And let's see. Oh, and this is the hydroponic garden right here. Let me move this table out of the way so you get a better view of it. I'll take this one and put it here. There it is. Now there are cherry tomatoes. Now let's see. There is one right here. Oh, look at this. There's one. A couple of them. Look at that. A couple of red tomatoes. I'm going to have one right now. I'm going to eat this one. Put that back. Look at that. Look at that red cherry tomato. And I'm going to take it off. Now that's fresh. And this thing here is like a little teeny pump that's about 1 inch cube. It sits at the bottom of this bottom pan, and then 3 times a day the timer comes on and it pumps water from the bottom container, floods the top one about this level here, which gets the roots wet and keeps this thing alive. And it sits here in the sunshine and just grows. It's really amazing. And there's no soil. It's all just rocks. So all this plant matter has come out of the air because the amount of stuff that I feed in the water is just like 2 teaspoons every 3 or 4 weeks. And there's a lot more plant material here than that. So it's amazing that the plants can actually pull the carbon right out of the air. So I'm going to slide this table back in. Okay, now we'll go here into the dining room. Let's see, this is, we made this chandelier, Angela and I. This is made out of pieces of plywood because we couldn't find anything in the store that we liked. And this is the dining room table that I made with leaves. It goes out 9 feet this way if you want to. And it's got steel things. We bought these chairs, of course. And then this is the new window. Now it may be a little bit hard to see because the light is streaming in, backlighting the situation. But this is the window, and it sits here in the corner of the living room, and it really adds a lot of light in where it was otherwise very, very dark in here. It adds some, makes the living room more livable. And so, let's see, now going upstairs here, I just put in this door here, this bifold door. This used to be a Luan bifold door. So I put this one in, and it makes things a lot nicer. I find that the brighter wood. Oh, and then this is the front door that doesn't exist. I'm glad you pointed that out. Yeah, it just slips my mind all the time because I'm so used to it. But this is the official front door of the house, and as you can see, there's no door there. We just have a sheet of plastic for some air infiltration and insulation value. We have the storm door, which is sheetrock screwed shut, and then there's no steps there. It just goes out. If you come up here and look down, you'll see that there are no steps there. It's one big 3 or 4 foot step down to the ground, which is why we've sheetrock screwed the storm door shut so nobody hurts themselves by trying to go out that way. So let's see. Now these are the steps going upstairs. They're carpeted. This is the carpeting that came with the house. So let's see. This is the bathroom. Now this is very backlit also, so it's going to be a little hard to see. But you know, this is just the bathroom. There's really not all that much to it. This is a new door that I put in, one of these new 6-panel doors. And this one here has been here for like 2 years and with no stain on it and everything. It just has a slightly darker patina than the other newer ones, which you'll see more of shortly. But there's nothing much to say about this bathroom. This is pretty much the way we got it. That's a new toilet, low flush. But it's you know, because there was a high flush toilet in there before. And then here's the third or fourth, I guess, central vacuuming outlet, conveniently located here. And we make a lot of use of that. And this is one of the brand new doors that I put in. I have my little pull-up bar here, so I can get pull-ups. I do these occasionally. And this is the guest bedroom. It's a little dark in here, but evenly lit, I think. And so if you come in and walk around, you can see the central vac that goes all the way up to the attic, because I also have the wiring. I have coax and power and telephone going up there so I can distribute things, and I still have to put a cover on that. That's one of the things that I think Marriott pointed out. Here, maybe if I turn on the light, you can get it better. You can see better. But Marriott stayed in this room, and I think she told you about all this stuff here. So, but one of these days I'll fix that. Not a high priority. Okay, so then we go up here. I just put in this new bifold door here. This used to be a 36-inch wide hollow core door. Very annoying. When it would open, it was a 3-foot wide hallway, so it completely blocked the hallway. And this is my little room here, where I have my music, and I have my computer and my printer. And this is a map of the area. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 geodesic survey maps, and we are located right here. That's where we are right now. And yeah, if you take off your reading glasses there, okay, yeah, you can see. Or actually, you need to put on your reading glasses. Yep, right there. Right at the very tip of my finger, that's where we're located. Now, Diane and Feza are located a little bit further down on this map, pretty much due north. Let's see if I could find it. Weston, Wellesley, Needham Heights. Here's Needham Street, Great Plain Ave, Birds Hill, just past the railroad, and then up the hill, someplace right here, right below Birds Hill. Okay, and let's see. Oh, 13A. Okay. Oh, well, oh, I see. We're running. You're running out of time. Okay. Well, we'll have to hurry up then. Let's see. So, well, this is that, and then Angela's studio is right here. This is where Angela does all her painting and things. As you can see, it's her workshop for other things also, Christmas cards and all kinds of things like that. And I just put in the door, this French door, or whatever you want to call it, that goes in to the studio. And then this is our bedroom. And you can see the bedroom. We just put in these bifold doors as a mirror. We used to have a door with a mirror on it, so I said, okay, we'll just have a bifold door that is a mirror, which will solve a lot of our problems. Because there was always a conflict between this door and that door, you see. These two would always interfere with each other. This one would open that way, but now you can open this one while that one's completely open. So that was a big thing. And then here's a little bathroom. There's Angela's bathroom with a bathtub and a shower. And and here are the thermostats, the Honeywell thermostats that have a timer built into them. A little computer, and you can set things back. It actually motorizes this knob. At appropriate times during the day, the knob actually turns. It's sort of a bizarre user interface. Okay, so let's go downstairs. And we'll see. Maybe it's time to have something to eat. I'm getting a little bit hungry. Let's see. What can we have for some food? Have to look around here. Let's see. Look in the refrigerator. Oh, look at this. There's a piece of cake. Wow. Let's bring it into the dining room. Oh, look, some matches. Why don't we light the match? Whoa. Ow. Ow. It's never happened to me before. I actually burned myself there. Oh, look, Diane and Feza are here.
Hey!
Hey!
How you guys doing? We saw you earlier. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Here, why don't we, Mary and Charlie, why don't you sit down over here, and we can all get comfortable here around the dining room table. Okay, yes, let's take that out of the way.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hi, Mariette. How are you?
So you guys ready?
Yeah.
I think we're ready.
Okay.
Happy birthday
to you. Ah.